You've been looking pretty good these last few weeks, man.
Yeah, I got a secret stash of the stuff from the mail.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got the Caldera Lab stuff too, huh?
I did get it.
Dude, this is some great stuff, man. It's a 3-product regimen. You can go to their website and check the third-party results yourself. You don't have to believe Ray or I, but we've both been using it. It's great stuff. The 3-product regimen of the good, the base layer, and the clean slate. People who have used it are experiencing smoother and healthier looking skin. It's really great stuff. Go over to calderalab.com and use promo code DELUXE for 20% off. This is a great deal, Ray.
Yeah, look good, feel good, live good. That's what I always say.
Absolutely. calderalab.com. Use promo code DELUXE for 20% off of your entire order.
This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Deluxe Edition. I am your host, Casey Shearer. Unfortunately, Ray could not be here tonight. I know we said we wouldn't be back until the end of July, but the opportunity came for us to attend the red carpet premiere of Call Her King in Harlem, New York. Unfortunately, Ray and I couldn't make it to that, but we have a team of podcasts on the Deluxe Edition Network that you can find over at deluxeeditionnetwork.com. And we gave the opportunity to Spoil My Movie up in New York City to attend the premiere. And Elle and Chris did a great job. Chris was behind the camera. Elle and her pink wig were in front of the camera, and they got some amazing interviews with the cast and crew of Call Her King, which is streaming now on BET Plus. You can find that anywhere. Just Google BET Plus, Call Her King. It's a great movie. Naturi Naughton, Jason Mitchell, Lance Gross, Nick Turturro. It's a really, really good movie. Highly recommended. Go check it out. And before we get into all the interviews, let's just do a little house cleaning. We are, like I said, a part of the Deluxe Edition Network. You can find all the other great shows over at deluxeeditionnetwork.com. And the podcasts of the month this month are Growing Up Bananas. They're a podcast down in Australia, and they talk about what it was like growing up in Australia as Asian people. It's a really great show. Go check it out. And the other podcast of the month is IAP Radio, In a Pickle Radio. There are sports podcasts on the network. Go check them out. If you would like to support our show, you can go over to patreon.com/deluxe edition pod. I post the episode immediately after it's recorded without editing it over there. You can follow us on Instagram over at Deluxe Edition Pod. And we're now on Threads as well, the new Instagram gimmick. We are no longer on Twitter. I deleted the Twitter. If you'd like to check out all of our previous shows, head over to deluxeedition.show. And without further ado, here is Elle from Spoil My Movie with some awesome red carpet interviews from the premiere of Call Her King.
Hi, everyone. This is Elle from Spoil My Movie podcast. Joining me behind the camera is my partner in crime, Chris. We are representing the Deluxe Edition with Casey and Ray, as well as the Deluxe Edition Network. We are here at the AMC Magic Johnson 9 Theater in Harlem, New York, at the premiere of Call Her King, an action-packed movie that will be streaming on BET Plus on July 6th. We are so thankful to Deluxe Edition for this opportunity, and we encourage everyone to go to deluxeeditionnetwork.com, where you can go and check out all of the awesome podcasts on the network. We're here with Dexter P. Cummings. So tell us a little bit about what you did in this movie.
Just some basic sense, nothing crazy, but it was fun.
What was your favorite part about working on this film?
Yes, working alongside Lance Gross and Notori. I was able to have a little scene with them included. It was cool.
So I imagine that this was very high octane, a lot of action.
Unbeknownst to me, yeah, it was pretty good. I'm dying to see it now.
But you kept yourself safe and in one piece, we hope, right?
That's number one.
You look really wonderful tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So this is a pretty action-packed film. What's your role in it?
I play. All Asians can hack any system, so I got to go in and shut everything down. Before they go in and do their thing, right? So if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have got in.
Okay. So tell us, what was your favorite moment about working in this film?
Oh man, I just love working with Wes, Andrew, and the cast. Is just they know exactly what they want. So we're not just sitting around, wondering what kind of shots we're getting. He's a very direct and specific director, and I just really enjoy watching them work and just being a part of it. Yeah.
I know that you have a business background, so what made you get into acting to begin with?
Well, I've always had a passion for it. Like, it's always been, something that's in the back burner. But I decided to just spread my wings and go. Andrew's one of my business partners in the film distribution company called Kamikaze Dogfight. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
What was your very favorite moment about working in this film?
In this film, I think it's stunts. Yeah, I got to do my own stunts. Yeah, and I had to convince the stunt coordinator that hey, let me do some fight scenes. So when we did some rehearsals, I pulled some muscles, but I didn't let him know that.
Well, hopefully you are in one piece.
Yeah. I'm excited. So yeah, I plan to keep it consistent with my character, me and Wes. Every time we shoot a movie, something happens to my character. I won't spoil it for you, but yeah.
We're really excited to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much.
So originally I came on as the production accountant, and then later on I stepped into the producer role. I was going to take a back seat this time around, but duty called, and so I just jumped right in and end up EP in the movie.
Tell us, what was your favorite moment about working on this film?
Oh, the explosive. Just watching the doors blow up and just watching all of the actors. I mean, everybody poured their heart and their soul into this film. And I mean, it was such amazing. We had such amazing time. I mean, we didn't really work late, long hours. So Wes is a really great director. So the production was very efficient, very smooth. So, we just enjoyed ourselves in Jersey. We were there for about almost 2 months, So that's a long time to be with, people and away from home. So we definitely enjoyed it, and we'll do it again. Matter of fact, we just finished a movie called Black Heat, and so we just did it again, and we're going to do it again. Yeah.
So what's the future hold for you?
So the future holds for me. I'm working on several projects with Netflix and so forth, and so I'm very excited working with a project with Janelle Monáe and so forth. So I'm looking forward to the future.
Thank you so much for talking with us. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
My name is Chase W. Dillon.
Hey, tell us a little bit about your involvement in this film.
Well, I'm just here to support my aunt who's working on this film. But I'm just here for all her support. I love her, so it just came down to see.
So you're working on a project.
Yes.
What's that about? Tell me about it.
So that's basically about a mother and her child move into a haunted mansion, and they hire a whole bunch of people to try to get the ghosts out of the mansion. So that will be coming out July 28th.
On what platform?
It will be coming out in theaters.
Oh, excellent. You look very handsome tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm a fan.
Thank
Since Temptation.
Hey.
So you played much more likable characters in the past, but you're a villain in this one. Tell us a little bit about that.
See, I'm not even gonna call him a villain. I just think he's looking out for his family. I mean, his brother just got a life sentence or a murder conviction, um, and there's flaws in the justice system, and he knows that, and he goes to extreme measures to point that out while rescuing his brother. So I wouldn't even call him a villain.
That's a respectable point of view. So this movie has been compared to Die Hard, which might mean that you're a little bit like Hans Gruber in this role. How do you feel about
That's crazy. That's a great compliment. I'll take it. I'll take it.
that? What's the future hold for you?
The future is bright. God orders my steps, and I'm just walking His path. So I'm taking it as it comes and enjoying it. I'm doing what I love.
You look wonderful tonight. Thank you for spending a moment with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
This is Nicholas Turturro. Tell us a little bit about what you did in this film.
I played this guy Jerry Spencer, and he's the lawyer representing Jason Mitchell, and he's kind of a quirky, seedy guy, but there's a couple of surprises with him. I don't want to say, but there's more than meets the eye. So it was a fun character to play. Even though I pop in and out of the movie, I had a nice little journey, a fun little arc, and it was a good group to work with. Wes, the director, was a lot of fun. Jason was a lot of fun. So I had a good time overall, and I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. Everybody's excited about it. So, you never know how these things turn out. But this one, everybody seems enthusiastic about it.
Absolutely. It looks a little bit die-hardish. Was it like a lot of action on
Yeah,
set?
yeah, it was. I mean, for me, because I'm not usually in actually the drama or comedy. So I enjoyed the action. The guys were really, they were really into it.
Yeah.
The guys doing the stunts, but the actors too. We had to flex our muscles a little bit. So it's exciting to see something that everybody's like excited about. So it's nice because sometimes a lot of small things you never see the movie, you never hear about it, or you do something and not everything turns out the way you do something good in something good. So this sounds like this is one of them.
That's fantastic. We're super excited to see you. And we love you and your brother. We know that we've seen you in the Adam Sandler films. How is this different from working in those kind of movies?
Oh, it's totally different. Everything is totally different. I mean, Adam Sandler movie, that's a whole other thing. I mean, working with Spike Lee, that's a different thing. Working with my brother, that's something else. So everybody you work with, it's never the same. So it's always nice when you do have new experience, meet new people that go, well, I liked your work, or I liked, I was a fan of yours, and so I find it always exciting when you could, not always the same people. It's nice to be, in certain clubs, so to say, or be liked by certain people, but it's also nice to, experience in like with this group, this director. I really liked him, and I felt like we had a good feel, and he was very good with the action. It seemed like he really made a lot out of what was up on the page was okay, but I think it looked like he always made more out of it. So that's what I'm.
Well, we're super excited to see you. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
All right, no
You
problem.
look great tonight.
All right, thank you. So do you. I like
Thank
the
you.
hair.
Thank
Tell us a little bit about co-producing.
Yeah, Wes and I started Blacklight Entertainment, and the idea is really to put a focus on black stories. And Wes, being a director from Memphis, grew up as an attorney, and so, excuse me, I didn't grow up as an attorney. He thinks like an attorney, but he went to law school, put himself through law school, and decided to make movies later in life. And so the fact that he came to it with a legal degree lent itself to this particular story very well, particularly because this movie takes place in a courthouse with a judge. So his expertise of having been a trial lawyer really, really worked out great, particularly for this story. And the way he deals with addressing social justice issues around the judicial system in our country is incredibly, incredibly engaging and done through commercial genres in filmmaking, which is unusual and really exciting, actually. The fact that he's got a social edge bent, but he doesn't force feed his message and finds a way to integrate it into his story while maintaining the entertainment factor is everything. I'm his biggest fan, man, and I'm like so grateful to be his producing partner. So for me, I feel like, hey, call her king. Hopefully, it'll be one of many, many more films. Also, we're really focused on giving opportunities and bringing in people who normally don't get the chance to work behind the scenes as well as in front of the cameras in certain areas in this industry. And Wes is very, very keen on making sure that even if somebody doesn't necessarily have all the qualifications on paper, if he feels comfortable with them, he's going to give them a shot. And for me, I've trusted him from day one with this, and it plays out so well. We get more passion and more talent coming through with this kind of approach than so many traditional, kind of formulaic, look at the resume, go through that process of hiring. And, we've been able to really bring in people who haven't had the opportunities and give them that chance. And it's working. So I'm so grateful to be part of this.
I really love that we're elevating Black voices. Do you have more of a passion now for criminal legal issues?
I've always felt pretty frustrated about how the system and the prison system works in this country. I think Obama was really, a huge force in making a change in this country. And I think for me, I think change needs to happen. I think globally change needs to happen. I think the way that culture is perceived in our country is very, forward thinking in a lot of the big cities. But in other pockets of the country, I feel like there's still a lot of work to do. And so I feel like finding the unified stories and themes through film and entertainment to actually bring people together and promote the messaging is a very strong way to universally make an impact, not just here, but it needs to start here. And I think it starts on the film set. It starts with the crew, it starts with the actors, it starts with the director sitting there and the writers sitting in the writer's room or in his room where he's writing his script, or her, she's writing her script. So I feel very strong that this is going to have an impact, and I think there needs to be a lot more change. And I think, we do our best in entertainment.
Absolutely. What do you think the future holds for you?
Honestly, I wake up every day with two kids and my wife, and I'm grateful to have them, and I'm grateful to have a job in this business. So for me, as long as I can continue to work with people like Wes Miller and filmmakers who are passionate with stories that are very meaningful but also entertainment, I'm just grateful to be producing. So
And there's explosions too.
lots of explosions for sure. So hopefully y'all appreciate the explosions and all the action. We definitely are trying to bring that for everyone. So
Thank you so much for spending a little time with us. We're really excited about this film.
thank you guys for covering the movie. We're grateful that we're getting the word out there. July 6th on BET. Let's definitely let everyone know.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so you have a tremendous personality.
Thank you.
Tell me how the hell you contained that for this movie.
You know what? I really didn't. You see this great group of people, like this is what between action and cut looks like. You know what I mean? Well, that's what that looks like on screen, but is this is behind the scenes right here. The camaraderie. It's like it's dope. It's dope. I didn't want to leave work.
Tell me about your favorite moment working in this movie.
Man, I have to say it's not necessarily a moment. I think it's a vibe. You know what I mean? Because like you constantly don't know if I'm innocent or guilty. And I think carrying that vibe alone was like a fun thing to play with through the film. So yeah, I kind of snuck some good stuff in there.
All right. How did this compare from other projects that you worked on in the past?
You know, I kind of promised myself at the beginning of my career that I was going to show a different face of Jason Mitchell every time I got on camera, right? And with this, I think I got to speak for a demographic of people that I truly represent. You know what I mean? Like I got 76 tattoos that ain't going nowhere. You know, and I'm scared to drive in the car with a wife beater sometimes because I'm like, they might pull me off. You see what I'm saying? So being able to play somebody that was obviously judged by the cover it's like, kind of who I am in real life a little bit. So it was kind of nice to play with. That was fun.
Wow, that's a really awesome answer. You look really great tonight. I love your vibe, your personality. You're so much fun. I can
Thank
tell.
you, thank you. Yeah, I try to keep it. I try to keep it fun because positivity is the energy that carries you through life and really makes you happy. And I gotta put on for my black designers. Oh yes, yeah. Believe it. So yeah. I knew I was coming to Harlem today, so I had to be a little bit extra fly. So yeah.
What's the future hold for you?
Movies, movies, movies. Producing, producing, producing. Quietly, I want to be a DP. So you might even see some Jason Mitchell behind the camera if they ever let me. but but yeah, just growing, teaching people film. I started a foundation called the Dream Seeker Foundation, and it's training industry professionals in every department. And not just teaching people about being an actor, but I can also show you how to make a movie from beginning to end. And there's no telling what people can do with that information. So
That's amazing. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us.
thank you.
We're really excited to see you in this film.
All right, thank you.
How are you? I'm great. How are you?
How do you pronounce your last name?
Amisial.
Amisial. We're here with Shiobann Amisial.
Shiobann. The B is pronounced B.
Shiobann Amisial.
Yes. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you did in this film and who your character is.
So my character's name is Salima. She basically plays Lance Gross's lieutenant. So we had a relationship, like a friendship before, and he trusts me with his mission to save his brother. But I'm a badass assassin.
That's right, Queen.
I'm taking everybody out because I believe in him, and if Lance's brother is like my brother, so we're just trying to save Sean.
Did you have to prepare physically for this role?
Oh, definitely. I was working out, but also there was a lot of fight scenes. So I was like, once I found out I booked this, I was like in the gym every day, and then when we came, I had to do fight training, and I actually learned on set weapons and arms to handle them. I've actually never held a gun in my life, so that was my first time. So I got to learn and go to the firehouse and train with automatic rifles and stuff like that. So it was really cool.
That sounds really exciting. What was your very favorite part of working on this movie?
Honestly, the best part about working on this film, aside from getting to do things I've never done in fight scenes, is the family. Everybody was just so cool. Wes was so easy to work with. Andrew, the producer, and Jesse, they're like friends and family now. So I just felt comfortable on set, and I didn't want to leave. Like we all cried when it was time to go. So yeah,
That sounds like an amazing experience. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us, and you look amazing today.
Hi, this is Elle from Spoil My Movie, and I'm having a great time here with my partner Chris. We are covering the premiere for Call Her King at the AMC Magic Johnson Theater in Harlem, New York.